solemnly swear or affirm the testimony before the court will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth.
No.
Very good. Put your hands down. As I call your name, you need to come forward to the podium. Courtney Briscoe Brooks.
She bonded.
Oh, yeah.
Your Honor, she bonded at the last second.
All right. Very good. One less for us, right? Awesome.
Oh,
You got to stay.
All right. Can you guys see me?
Yes.
All right, very good. All right, Tiffany Guard. All right, Ms. Guard, what is your date of birth?
1282.
Okay, you're here for a conveyance of your birthday. Law enforcement ROR'd you on this. I assume you're being held on other charges, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and those other charges are set on November 22nd?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we're going to set this charge on November 22nd as well with your other cases at 8:30 in the morning. I mean, officially there'll be an ROR, but I understand that you have those other charges, so you can't get out until you meet whatever bond conditions there are on the other charges, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Is there any way that you could, Your Honor, is there any way that you could take the RR off and put a bond on it so that I'm getting time for it? Because I'm not getting bonded out, ma'am.
Okay, I can do that. I'll give you a $100 bond.
Thank you.
Okay. It's the first time someone asked me not to ROR them. All right, Kathy Hedden. Can I have your date of birth?
10/21/75.
All right, you are here today for a retail theft. It looks like they charged you with a felony because they said you have prior convictions for retail theft. There's probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender's office. State.
Your Honor, I think she was just placed on probation recently, so she's on probation for petty theft. So a warrant should be coming, and I'm showing that she's a single source offender, but for some reason I don't have any other history besides that.
All righty, did you hear that, Ms. Hedden?
Yes.
All right, so you're entitled to a bond on this case. You're going to get a bond on this case, but if you do bond out, I'm just letting you know that you could be wasting your financial resources because there's going to be a no bond warrant coming down the pike in the next few days for the violation of probation. So you might just want to hang out there for a little bit until that's served on you, and then we can handle both of them at the same time. Okay? So for this one, we'll set the bond at $2,000. We'll see you back on December 6th at 8:30 in the morning.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Abigail Erdman. Can I have your date of birth?
May 3rd, 1993.
You are here today for a battery. Your bond amount is $1,000. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you, ma'am?
I don't know. No. Yeah.
Yes? You want a lawyer?
Yes, I want a lawyer.
Okay, I'll appoint a lawyer for you. State and safer prior.
No history, Your Honor.
Okay. I have an address to you on Portage Path in Dade City. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
About a year.
Okay, do you have a job?
I started one yesterday. I'm not sure since I'm here or not there, but yes, I do.
What kind of work did you do?
I work at Waffle House.
Okay.
In Brooksville, so right up the street from my address.
Okay. All right. I can go ahead and ROR you on this case, but I need to order you to not have any contact with the victim in your case, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Dorothy Gagliardi, don't have any contact with her whatsoever. If you do have any contact with Dorothy while this case is pending, you can be charged with another crime and held without bond. So I'm going to ROR you. I'm going to order that you have no contact. But in order to get out of jail, you need to sign the agreement to appear on your next court date on December 4th at 9 o'clock in the morning. I have this paperwork from the sheriff's office that's indicating that you have refused to sign that. So you will not be able to be released from jail until you sign your agreement to appear. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. I just don't remember being booked or anything. I'm more than happy to sign it. I remember refusal.
That should do it. See you back December 4th, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Sandra Paget. All right, Ms. Paget, your date of birth?
October 20th, 1971.
You are here today for a grand theft. I found probable cause for your arrest. You are in custody on some other cases right now as well, right?
Yes, ma'am. I go to court November the 20th.
All right, and you have not been able to bond out on those cases, correct?
Your Honor, I have not been able to make a phone call since I've been here. I've been here since 79.
Do you have a bond on those cases?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
All right, we have 2019 MM3522.
Your Honor,
Yes.
in that 3522, they were revoked on 11/4.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to get at. Thank you so much. All right. So she's already RCO'd, it looks like. Okay, so on this grand theft case, do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am, same attorney for November the 20th. It's all goes to the same case.
Okay. Well, this is a felony, so I don't think it's going to go to the same case. So you're going to get a new court date for this case. I'm going to keep your bond at $2,000. You're going to have a court date of December 6th at 8:30 in the morning. If you have not had a phone call yet since you've been in custody, jail, if she hadn't had a phone call yet, she needs to get a phone call today, okay?
Yes, I will give her access to the
All
phone.
right, thank you so much.
Your Honor, I need to get the phone number out of my phone.
I can't help you with that. All they have to do is provide you with the phone. The rest is on you.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you.
thank you. Misty Jones? Can I have your date of birth?
9/27/73.
Okay, you are here today for a battery on a person over the age of 65. There's probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Please.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. I have an address here on Elgin Boulevard. Is that where you live?
That's correct.
How long have you lived there?
A year and a half.
Okay. Do you have a job?
I do not.
All right. All right, so you have an open case right now in 2019 MM3482 for possession of paraphernalia.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's set for November 13th in front of Judge Hitzman?
Yes.
Okay. So what we're going to do is there's probable cause to believe, don't interrupt me, sir, probable cause to believe that you committed another crime while you had a charge pending. Because of that, I'm going to revoke your release on the 2019 MM3482. So you're going to be held in custody until November 13th. At that time, you're welcome to take care of both of your cases. You are entitled to a bond on this case. I'm going to set the bond at $1,000, and we'll set both cases on the 1113 docket in front of Judge Hitzman. And I understand there's the alleged victim in your case who is here. Sir, at this time, I'm going to order that you both have no contact. You can come to court on November 13th at 9 a.m. Judge Hitzman will make a determination at that point whether he's going to allow contact between the two of you. But right now, she's going to be held in custody until then, and there's going to be no contact between the two of you, okay?
If I bond her out,
She can't bond out right now.
staying until the 15th.
Not until November 13th, okay?
All right.
And she's going to talk to her attorney about that. They're going to explain that to her more. In the meantime, if you have an opinion about the case or any further facts that you'd like to discuss, you could discuss that with the state attorney's office or the victim witness advocate.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right, thank you, ma'am. See you back to court November 13th. Summer Scott? All right. Can I have your date of birth?
08/24/95.
All right, you're here today for a violation of probation. There's probable cause for your arrest. All right, there's no bond on that violation of probation. We're going to see you back to court on November 26th in front of Judge Merritt. Do you want the public? Do you want the public defender's office? Do you want the public defender's office?
Yes, please.
All right, I'll appoint the public defender's office, and someone will come out to see you soon. Okay?
Okay, and there's no possible way I can get a bond in the meantime? Like, I have a 9-week-old son at home who just breastfeeds, and I have a job I was supposed to start tomorrow, another one
I
next
understand.
week.
I have a circuit judge that is going to say no bond. So what your attorney's going to do is get out there and talk to you soon and try to see if they can work something out with the state attorney's office, or see if they can get you in front of Judge Merritt sooner. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
When is the next court date, you said?
Your court date is November 26th.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Trina Ward. Have your date of birth.
No, 1677.
You were here today for a violation of probation. It looks like you were placed on probation for DUI. They're alleging that you failed to complete your DUI school, your substance abuse evaluation and treatment, your victim impact plan, or your 10-day impound, or your 12-month interlock. So it tells me it wasn't a first DUI. And they're looking for 120 days in order to resolve this case. Would you like to resolve it today? And I'll give you credit for any time that you have in.
54 days, Judge.
You have 54 days in. You'll get 120 days of credit for 54. Would you like to resolve it today?
Well, I go tomorrow, I'm sorry, next Tuesday for drug court. I'm supposed to sign for drug court to go to a treatment program.
Okay.
Could I not run together for that?
I don't know. We'll have you. I can appoint you a public defender. We'll have them look into that. Okay. Appoint you a public defender. It's no bond. We'll see you back to court November 13th at 9 a.m.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Pandora Cook. Can I have your date of birth?
4/13/2000.
All right, you were here today for a felony domestic battery by strangulation. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
My public defender's office, state.
Dropped misdemeanor battery in 2016 and a adjudication withheld in 2015 for a battery out of Dade City.
All right. I have an address here on Howard Ave in Dade City. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
2 years.
Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
I work at a gas station.
Okay, I need to order that you have no contact with Kenneth Hyde. Don't have any contact with him whatsoever. Do not call, do not write, do not email. Do not have anyone else call him, write him, or email him. Do not go 500 feet within to his residence, employment, school, or vehicle. No social media or technological contact whatsoever. If you do have any contact with Kenneth Hyde while this case is pending, you could be charged with another crime and held to that bond. Do you understand all that?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to hold you until 4 o'clock today in case he wants to file any civil paperwork against you. Your bond amount is $1,000. We'll see you back to court December 6th at 8:30.
Thank you.
Okay, Ryan Boyer. Can I have your date of birth?
11/30/86.
You are here today for a violation of probation. There's no bond on that violation of probation. It's based on a warrant signed by Judge Hickson on July 2nd. It looks like you were placed on probation for a battery, failed to complete the conditions, and probation is recommending 180 days in the Hernando County Jail in order to resolve it. Would you like to take care of that today for 180 days with credit for any time that you have in?
How many days do I have in right now?
Judge, it looks like he's been continuously incarcerated since June the 25th over in Sumter.
So it'd be about 120?
137 is my calculation.
Okay, you have 137 in.
137. Yes, I went to court. I'm being held in Sumter County right now, and they gave me, it's supposed to be a plea of extension. I'm supposed to be able to do my time over in Sumter County. Do you know how that's working, or?
I don't. I have no objection to you taking care of your case here and going over to Sumter County to complete your time, if that's what you're asking.
How many days do I have in right now? I'm sorry.
137.
I'll wait to resolve it.
Okay. Do you want the public defender's office?
I haven't paid attorney.
Who do you have?
Pam Bowman.
All right. We'll see you back to court on December 4th at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
Robinson Christian. Can I have your date of birth?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Good afternoon.
01/28/1981.
All right. You are here today for leaving the scene of an accident with damage, reckless driving, and another leaving the scene of an accident with property damage. All right. There's probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office?
Yes, please.
Okay. I'll appoint the public defender's office in both cases. State?
No convictions, Your Honor.
Okay. I have an address for you on Brackenwood Drive in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Where do you live?
16434 Cherokee Road.
Okay. All right. How long have you lived there?
About 8 months.
Do you have a job?
Yes, I do.
What kind of work do you do?
I work at the Dollar General as a key holder.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and set your bond at $250 on each case. We'll see you back to court on December 4th at 9 o'clock.
Is there any way we could lower that by any chance so I can pay it and bond out today?
I lowered it from $3,000 to $750. So that's what I'm going to do. Thank you. Jason Dean.
Okay, thank you.
Can I have your date of birth?
1879.
You are here today for a burglary of a conveyance. 4 of those. There's probable cause for your arrest on each of these. Do you want the public defender's office?
Yes, please.
I'll appoint the public defender's office on each case. State?
There is an adjudication in 2013 for resisting an officer with violence. It looks like a state prison sentence was imposed for about 4 years. And that was also a bird conveyance. A failure to register as a sexual predator adjudication in 2014. Adjudication in 2012 for trespassing. Adjudication in 2010 for resisting officer without violence and grand theft. Another failure to register adjudication, failure to comply with sex offender reporting requirement adjudication in 07. Adjudication withheld in 2004 for battery, DV bat, and adjudication for felony fleeing police officer in high speed. Adjudication withheld in 2002 for petty theft, and an adjudication in 01 for a leaving scene of crash involving damage to property. An adjudication in 01 for loitering and prowling. Adjudication withheld in 01 for possess more than one valid driver's license. A trespass in 01. A lewd and lascivious. In 1996 adjudication. No other history.
I have an address for you on Broad Street in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
I lived up like a year now.
Okay, do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Okay, what kind of work do you do?
I do, construction.
All right. All right, I'm gonna set your bonds $10,000 on one case, the rest I'm gonna keep the same at $5,000, so it's a total of $25,000. We're gonna see you back to court on all of these cases on December 6th at 8:30 in the morning.
No.
Vincent Ferrara. Can I have your date of birth?
7/20/84.
You were here today for domestic battery and tampering with a witness. Found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. State.
I am showing a DUI in Pasco County. It says July 2019 filed, along with an actual constructive possession of a synthetic. There's also a reference to a failure to appear in July for that. So it looks to be open.
Okay.
And then a failure to appear in 2014. And then I'm showing an adjudication in 2013 for paraphernalia. An adjudication in 2013 for a possession of cannabis out of Polk County. A adjudication was held in 2005 for paraphernalia. Adjudication was held in 2005 for, it looks like, another cannabis charge. And then there's a DUI with no disposition in 2005.
Okay. Mr. Ferrera, I have an address here on Valencia Drive in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
For a couple months since I got out.
All right, did you do jail time on the Pasco County case?
Yes, ma'am. I did 130 days.
Okay.
I'm on probation.
Okay. All right, I need to order that you have no contact with Iris Brown. Don't have any contact with her whatsoever. Do not go within 500 feet of her residence, employment, school, or vehicle. No social media or technological contact. Don't have anyone else contact her on your behalf. If you have any contact with Iris Brown while this case is pending, you could be charged with another crime and held without bond. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to set your bond at $5,000. We'll see you back to court December 4th at 9 o'clock. Thank you. Richard Hargrove.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Can
ma'am.
I have your date of birth?
6/26/1981, ma'am.
All right, you are here today because there's a writ of bodily attachment against you for failure to pay your child support. The cash bond amount is $927.
What is it?
Have you been working these days?
Ma'am,
When was the last time you worked?
it's been going tough for me. I'm indigent right now.
When was the last time you worked?
Ma'am,
When was the last time you worked?
last year.
Okay, 2018?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and what did you do for work then?
I was seal coated.
What was it?
I was seal coated.
Okay. And what happened with
I
that?
tried to. I had some court issues, and they let me go until I finished my court stuff. Then my transportation came up short. I've been trying to get a hold of my family, so to see if they can help me out, but I can't get through to them. I'm pretty much stuck on my own. I feel like I got a job, but they told me I couldn't work until I upgraded my ID, because my ID expired. And then I got this warrant, and I've been in here since October. I don't understand.
You've been in custody for how long?
Since October 10th.
Okay, for another case?
Ma'am?
For another case? Not for this, right?
They said I had a warrant for my hold. I had a hold on this case.
Yeah. But that's not what you've been in custody for since October. What have you been in custody for?
I was in Hillsborough.
Okay. For what?
Driver with suspended license.
Can you come up with any money in order to get out of jail today?
No, ma'am. I tried to call since I've been here, and I can't come up with anything.
Do you have a phone?
I'm just in. Ma'am?
Do you have a phone?
No, ma'am. I'm in the jet. I got a food stamp phone.
Who do you live with on 56th Street in Tampa?
That's my grandmother.
Okay. And she supports you?
With housing.
Right. Okay. She doesn't buy you any food or anything like that?
No, ma'am.
How do you buy your food?
Food stamps. Or I go to a friend's house and eat there or something. That's even if I eat.
All right. All right, I'm going to find that you do not have, even though you have the ability to work, you don't have the present ability to pay the purge at this time. You're going to be ROR today, and you really do need to get in touch with someone at Child Support Enforcement so we don't keep having to go through this, okay?
Yes, sure.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Clayton Law.
Do my meditations, because my girls used to
Have your date of birth?
8/26/97.
All right, you are here today for a violation of probation. It's based on a warrant signed by Judge Merritt. There's no bond on that violation of probation. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office, see you back to court on November 26th at 9 o'clock in the morning.
All right, thank you.
Austin Oaks. Have your date of birth?
1/22/97.
You are here today for possession of controlled substance, a violation of probation on that. There's probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the Public Defender's Office?
Yes, ma'am.
Appoint the Public Defender's Office. It's a no bond violation of probation. See you back to court on November 26th in front of Judge Merritt, okay?
All right, thank you.
Demacus Quinones. Have your date of birth?
5/5/89.
You are here today for knowingly driving where your license is suspended or revoked and a violation of probation. There's probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office. Your bond amounts are going to stay the same at $2,000, and there's no bond on the violation of probation. And we'll see you back to court on December 4th at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Thank you.
Matthew Galloway. Have your date of birth?
8/13/1986.
You're here today for driving on a suspended driver's license. It's based on a warrant signed by Judge Hickson, so there's probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the Public Defender's Office?
Yes, ma'am.
Appoint the Public Defender's Office. I have his driving record, all 20 pages of it. Is there anything else?
Grand theft adjudication in 2018. It looks like there was a prison sentence imposed on that. Adjudication in 18 for a flee or lose. Adjudication in 2016 for paraphernalia. Adjudication in 16 for actual constructive possession of a synthetic. Adjudication in 13 for grand theft, where looks like there was a prison sentence. and then a battery adjudication in 2010.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Mr. Galloway, I have an address for you on Oakdale Ave in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
No, ma'am.
Where do you live?
7332 Clayton Road.
Okay, how long have you lived there?
No, I didn't get one.
And 15 years.
Okay, do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
Tile installation.
Alright. I'm going to set your bond at $4,000. We're going to see you back to court on December 6th at 8:30 in the morning, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Thomas Rhodes? Can I have your date of birth?
1169.
You're here today for a domestic battery. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. State?
And adjudication in 2012 for possession of drugs without prescription out of Columbia County, and adjudication in 12 for paraphernalia. And it looks like a probation, he went on probation for a DUI in 09, no other history, Your Honor.
Mr. Rose, I have an address here on Chisholm Street in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
5 years.
Do you have a job?
I think so.
What kind of work do you do?
Shrimp fish for parking.
Okay. I need to order that you have no contact with Kelly Rose. Don't have any contact with her whatsoever. Do not call, do not write, do not email, do not go within 500 feet of her residence, work, employment, or vehicle. No social media or technological contact with her whatsoever. If you have any contact with Kelly while this case is pending, you could be charged with another crime and held without bond. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm going to hold you until 4 o'clock today pursuant to statute in case she needs to file any civil paperwork against you. I'm going to set your bond at $2,000, and we're going to see you back to court on December 4th at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Thank you.
John Taylor? Can I have your date of birth?
042192.
You're here today for a violation of probation, probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
No.
You have a private attorney?
Yeah, I will be have one.
Do you know who you're going to get?
No, not yet.
Okay, I'll put you as self-represented until you hire an attorney. We're going to hold you no bond. We're going to see you back to court on November 26th in front of Judge Merritt, okay?
Alright.
Benjamin Toole? Can I have your date of birth?
12/24/86.
All right, it looks like you have a violation of probation out of Pasco County. It looks like for some drug charges. We want you held no bond until you get over to Pasco County, so we're going to hold you no bond. When you get to Pasco County, you can ask for a court date, ask for a lawyer, and ask to reduce the bond. They should get you over there within the next 5 days. If for some reason they don't, the folks go to jail, bring you back in front of me, and we'll figure out what the holdup is, okay?
All right,
Thank you. Jesus Torres Delgado? You're here today for possession of hash and possession of marijuana. What is your date of birth?
6/11/2000.
All right, do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
My public defender's office, anything?
Not showing anything, Your Honor.
I don't have an address for you. Where are you living these days?
I just moved in with a work friend, but I don't know the address off the top of my head.
Okay. Do you have a phone number for this work friend?
No, off the top of my head, no.
Okay. Well, you're going to have to figure out an address before you're allowed to leave jail. So how are you going to do that? Do you know what street it's on?
Yes, Thrush Avenue.
What is
It's
it?
in Thrush Avenue,
And what town is it in?
Hellendale.
All right, if you can find the rest of the address, then you can bond out of jail. I'll set your bond at $250 each. See you back to court on December 6th at 8:30 in the morning.
Thank you.
Rylan Wagoner? Date of birth?
11/8/1997, Your Honor.
You are here today because you failed to appear in front of Judge Toner for criminal mischief, battery, and resisting an officer without violence back on September 23rd of this year. He let you held on a total of a $10,000 bond until you appear back in front of him on
Your Honor,
November 18th. Yes.
I was serving the sentence in Hillsborough County
Okay.
for 90 days, and I acquired the failure to appear.
Okay.
Is there any way that we can reinstate my bond?
Okay, listen. You're not being charged with failure to appear, but this is the only way we can get you back on the docket. So at this point, I'm going to leave the bonds the way that Judge Toner wants them. But do you want a public defender to represent you?
I already have an attorney, Your Honor.
What do you have?
But my court date's set for November 17th as well. I already have another date set.
Who's your lawyer?
Sharkey, Your Honor.
Okay. And what do
So
you?
he's already set. Go ahead. I apologize.
What are you going to court for on November 17th?
All the following charges you just listed. That's why I'm asking for my bond to be reinstated.
All right.
Is that-
Does Judge Toner have a court date on November 17th? What's that?
Or 18th. I apologize, Your Honor. November 18th.
Okay, that's what I said. All right, November 18th. So we're going to keep the bond the same. We're going to see you back to court November 18th. We'll appoint the public defender's office just to make sure they've been appointed. If Devin Sharkey feels like he can get you a lower bond or get you back in front of Judge Toner sooner, he's a good lawyer. He will go ahead and do that, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Terrence Dawson. Date of birth?
1/13/84.
All right. You are here today for domestic battery. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office?
Yes.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. State.
Adjudication felon possession of firearm in 2016 out of Pinellas County. Adjudication in 2012 for marijuana. Possession of cocaine adjudication in 2012. Adjudication in 08 for petty theft. Adjudication in 09 for a burg. A loitering and prowling adjudication in 2006. Trespass upon school grounds adjudication in 03. Adjudication 03 for a battery. There's another reference to another battery adjudication in 2003. Adjudication in 02 for no valid DL and an aggravated fleeing to elude and a grand theft of motor vehicle. No other history, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Dawson, I have an address to you on Ring Road in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
That's correct.
How long have you lived there?
Couple weeks.
How long have you lived in Hernando County?
Couple weeks.
Where did you live before that?
Hillsborough County.
Okay. Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm an electrician.
I need to order that you have no contact with Jessica Suarez, don't have any contact with her whatsoever, do not call, do not write, do not email, do not have anyone else call her, write her, email her, do not go within 500 feet of her residence, employment, school, or vehicle, no social media or technological contact with her whatsoever. If you have any contact with Jessica while this case is pending, you'll be charged with another crime and held without bond. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to hold you until 4 o'clock today in case she wants to file any civil suit against you. I'm going to set your bond at $5,000. See you back for December 4th at 9 a.m. Christopher Ross. Can I have your date of birth?
8/17/81.
You are here today for a violation of probation. There's probable cause for your arrest. It's based on a warrant signed by Judge Hickman on October 30th. It looks like you were placed on probation for filing a false or making a false 911 report, and you didn't complete the conditions, and they're looking for 29 days in jail. How long have you been in custody?
That one.
Okay. If you want to take care of it today, you'll get 29 days with credit for the 2 days that you have in. Do you want to take care of it today?
And what? Everything will be over?
Well, this case will be over. I don't know what else you got out there.
Judge, you did have 6 days prior.
Okay. You have 8 days in. So it'll be 29 days with credit for 8.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you understand that by admitting that you violated your probation, you're giving up right to have a hearing?
Yes.
Giving up right to confront witnesses at that hearing, call your own witnesses at that hearing, and you're giving up your right to have the state prove that you violated your probation. Do you want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. With regards to the violation of probation in 2019 MM2284, do you admit that you violated your probation?
Yes.
I accept your admission, find it's freely and voluntarily entered, revoke and terminate your probation, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 29 days in the Hernando County Jail, give you credit for the 8 days that you have in. You will have the cost of prosecution assessed against you, and that should clear up this case. You also have the cost of incarceration. All right? Thank you.
Excuse me, Your Honor, can I ask one question?
Sure.
I just made the payment, and they violated me the next day. Does that go towards all my stuff?
Yes.
So they took my money and violated me the next day.
Well, you weren't just violated for failure to pay. You were violated for other things as well. You failed to complete a mental health evaluation and any recommended treatment.
They never gave it to me, Your Honor.
Okay, you
I
have
was never. That's all right. I was just curious if they got my money.
All right. You'll have your money and they'll credit your account, okay?
All right, thank you,
All
miss.
right, thanks. Eric Campbell? Date of birth?
10/13/79.
You are here today for 2 counts of domestic battery. I find probable cause. I mean, the second one is more like a simple battery than domestic, but there's still probable cause for both of them. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, the Public Defender's Office, prior record, or anything?
An adjudication for Willis permanently revoked in 2013 where a jail sentence was imposed. An adjudication in 2010 for Berg. And an adjudication for an actual constructive possession of a synthetic in 2010. Grand theft adjudication in 2008 where a state prison sentence was imposed. A refusal in 2008 accompanying a DUI adjudication in 2008. A actual constructive possession of a synthetic adjudication in 2008. Grand theft of a motor vehicle adjudication in 2007. A forged bill, check, draft note adjudication in 2006. Possession of controlled substance adjudication in 2006. False report to law enforcement adjudication in 2005. A DUI adjudication in 2005. Adjudication was held in 98 for an actual constructive possession.
All right, Mr. Campbell, I have an address for you on Landmark Drive in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
About 6 months.
Okay. Do you have a job?
I'm in between jobs. I'm from Pinellas.
Okay. All right. I did go over the probable cause affidavit again, and it is domestic for both of those. So your bond amount is $2,500 on each count. I'm going to order that you have no contact with Heidi and Nicholas Spots. Don't have any contact with them whatsoever. Do not call, do not write, do not email. Do not go within 500 feet of where they live, work, go to school, or even their vehicle. No text messaging or social media or technological contact whatsoever. If you have any contact with either of them while this case is pending, you'll be charged with another crime and held without bond. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
I need to hold you until 4 o'clock today in case either of them wants to file any civil paperwork against you so they know where to find you. And we're going to see you back to court on December 4th at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, is there any way I can get ROR?
No, you're not going to get ROR.
Alright, thank you.
Did I get everyone to jail? That's all I have.
Your Honor, we have Lori O'Connor, who's back in the transport order for Judge Stoner for VOP, and she has not had the public defender appointed at all.
Okay. We'll appoint the public defender. Do we have a case number or something?
Yes, ma'am. Your Honor,
Yep.
Can I change my plea to guilty? Today? Yes. Marie.
She's in front of Judge Toner, is that right?
Yes, it's case number 2018 CF 2169.
All right, and she already has a court date and everything?
Yes, December 4th.
Okay. So I've appointed you a public defender. Someone will come out to see you soon. I can't take your plea today because I don't have jurisdiction over your case. You need to talk to Judge Toner about it. If there's a way to get you in earlier, your public defender certainly knows how to do that, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Is that everybody?
Yes, ma'am, thank you.